Today is all about your feet and improving the function of your feet, which will hopefully translate into how you walk, or maybe you're a runner and so how you run, how you jump. But I think it's one of the most underrated parts of our bodies, and we don't often pay enough attention to our feet and how our arches function, because maybe we rely on orthotics, maybe we don't wear the best shoes, maybe we don't spend enough time bare feet. So on that note, I encourage you to bare your feet. Get rid of your socks and your shoes. Even if it's cold, you're going to need to be barefoot for this one. Our feet are so rich in nerve endings, about 200,000 nerve endings in our feet, and we want to be able to stimulate our feet and get the best out of them so that they can carry us through easily in life, right? Because we use our feet every day for walking. So you just need a hand towel and you're going to roll it up. Now, you're ideally going to be against a wall for this so that it becomes less about a balance issue, but this is going to help improve your balance. So ideally to a wall. I'm obviously going to be standing here facing the camera, but if you're going to be at a wall, you are about hands distance away with your toes and the balls of your feet up against the wall, okay? And I'd love you to be standing on this rolled up hand towel just so that your heels are lower than the rest of your feet. We need to start with parallel feet. So outside edges of your feet are straight lines. You're going to turn your kneecaps so that they face forwards. And you either have your hands on the wall, or if you're using no wall, arms down by your side. And we're just going to pay attention to the weight on the big toe knuckle and the little toe knuckle, the side of your feet on the balls of your feet, and that should be equal. And we're going to lift your heels up and lower your heels down. And if you're standing at a wall, you might, or if you're not, I don't want you to lose your balance, but you might want to look down, or at least you're working in front of a mirror and you want to check that your ankle bones are right on top of your feet. And so to begin with, we're going to lift up, make sure your big toes stay down, and we're going to slowly lower. Some of you might feel a stretch at the back of the legs. So we're just going to go through a standing sequence here to really improve and move your feet, improve their function. Weight on the big toe, weight on the little toe, that needs to feel equal. So you're really on the broadest part of your feet. When you lower your heels down, you want to make sure that you don't end up here with your heels closer together. You want to stay truly parallel. And if this is repeated often enough, you will get better at this, and you will find that it gets so much easier. Heels up, heels down. Now I'm adding on heels all the way up, as long as you can keep the big toes down, and then stop when your heels are hovering. Don't let them go to the ground, and go straight back up. And I'm really hoping you feel this translate all the way up the back of your legs. Not just your feet, but your calves, and up to your hamstrings and the crease under your bum. Stop at the hover and push the ground away, or push the towel away and go straight back up. Lower to the hover. Watch your ankles, that they stay stable and on top of your feet. So the bonus is that we get to strengthen your ankles as well. Try not to lower your heels all the way up, which is why it's helpful to go against the wall. Up and lower. If you're paying attention, you might notice abdominals are working. So keep that spine nice and long. Up, go to the hover, up and hold. Lower one heel down, the other knee bends. Both heels lift, you've got parallel feet. Lower the other heel down. So go slowly, and if you're attempting this without the wall in front of you, definitely take your time. But please do go to the wall if you need to. When you're lowering the one heel, lengthen along the outer edge of your foot to keep it parallel, because we're not so good at staying parallel these days. I see lots of people walking around at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock with those turned out feet. Lift, lengthen the outer edge of your foot down. Lift, lengthen the outer edge down. And let's do one more each side. Good. If you are hands free, if you're not against the wall, you can always take your hands behind your head. And then we're going to lift both heels up. Can you lift them up as high as you can? I really want you to feel your calves pulling all the way up to the top of your legs, the back of your legs, and slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Okay, cool. So from here, can you bring your heels together, toes apart? Okay, so you're thinking about wrapping the front of your hips round to the back of your hips. Stay on those big toe knuckles. We lift those heels again. This time your heels stay together. Your back stays straight. As you bend your knees, let your knees come apart. Lower your heels down and then straighten your legs. So this is for your ankles. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees. Heels come down. Stay on top of those big toe knuckles. Squeeze your legs together. Lift your heels up. Heels stay together the whole time. How wide can you get your knees? This is not a squat. Your bum is underneath you. Lower your heels down and straighten. One more time. Heels lift. Bend your knees. Think about your pelvis going straight down to the floor. Heels down, straighten. We're reversing that. First, bend your knees as much as you can. Try not to let your heels lift. Now you're going to keep your pelvis where it is and lift your heels up. Then straighten your legs, squeeze your heels together and inner thighs lower down. Knees bend. Whatever you've got with those ankles, lift your heels up. Squeeze your inner thighs. So this footwork, by the way, is going to help your squats and lunges. So go ahead and have a look at that squat video next if you've got a bit more time to help your squats. And lift your heels and stretch your legs and lower down. Okay, so from here, can we go back to parallel? And so the only bit I want you to do is the knee bend bit. How far can you bend your knees? So your back stays straight. So I'm just going to turn side on for a second. Staying on that towel. Straight legs. What are your ankles able to do? And stand up. And again, we're going to move on to a little bit more ankle work after this. Knees forwards and stand up. Remember, it's not a squat. So you've got to keep your bum underneath you. Just drop your knees and stand up. One more time. Just drop your knees and stand up. Okay, so from here, I would definitely recommend going to a wall if you're not there already. Move the towel a little further away and place your heels up on the towel. So no rocking on this one. Heels stay down, lift your feet up off the floor. This is your dorsiflexion. Lower your feet down. Heels down, lift them up. Now have a quick look down. Are your feet still straight, parallel? And are the big toe, little toe side of your feet in line with each other? So you don't want one side of your foot higher than the other. So you're going to might need to make a little adjustment. Pick your feet up off the floor without rocking back, which is why you're at the wall. So if you rock backwards and move, it's a little easier to lift your feet. So no rocking. Up and down and up and down, and then one more. Okay, and then we're going to hold. Just lift your feet up, your toes. Try not to fold your toes back towards you. Toes are nice and long. Hold your feet up. You should feel that work in your ankles building up. Kneecaps pointing forwards and lower. Okay, cool. So you can come away from the wall or stay where you are, but now stand on the towel with your arches. Arches on the towel. And I want you to feel like you are doming your feet. So you're going to try and pull your toes towards your heels. Pull your heels towards your toes. Oh, there it is. I can feel my arches lifting and cramping a little bit. And then you're going to relax your feet and let your arches get really heavy and splat into that towel. And then you're going to dome your feet by pulling your toes towards your heels. And then you're going to relax your toes and then really lengthen your feet out and let your arches go heavy and flat on that towel. But then we're going to create that dome and we're going to try and pull toes to your heels and your heels to your toes. What's in the middle? Your arch, and it needs to dome up. And then lengthen your feet out. So we need to strengthen those arches so we don't have to rely on orthotics. And lift. And then lift your arches up, 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 up. And relax. One more time, but we're going to hold a little bit longer on this last one. Curl your toes towards your heels. Feel your arches lifting away from that towel. So you want to feel lighter on the towel, and you can feel that work building up. Try not to hold your breath. Just keep breathing. And cramps do go away. And then you're just going to rock. Toes, rock to your heels. You'll feel how that towel will let you rock. Rock to your toes. It should feel quite nice. It's a small rock because obviously I don't want you to tipple over forwards or backwards. Rock to your toes, rock to your heels. Your feet are straight, and that towel just gives you that little bit of a pivot point to rock forwards and back. It should actually feel quite nice. It feels lovely in my feet. Everything up tall and lengthening. And I really hope you come back and revisit this and start to notice the changes in your feet. But that's only going to happen if you're consistent. Now, if you like what we did today and you want to start strengthening other parts of your body, I have a free 10 minutes Pilates informed upper body strength video, which you can request and download. The link is in the description, so head there, and I hope you enjoy that video as well. And now you have happy feet. See you soon.